Hello everyone, Zombie here, and today I want to talk about a more serious topic. Um, so as you can tell by the title of the video, this is a Save TF2 video. Now, what is the Save TF2 stuff you see? Well, today, on March 26th, um, we are trying to, we the TF2 community are trying to demonstrate that we care about this game a lot, and we want to see some changes with it. We want to, at the very least, make the game in a better state. Now, what exactly is going on in the game right now to warrant such a protest? The state of the game is, I wouldn't say unplayable, but I wouldn't say it's exactly fun. You see, there's a problem that's come back that we dealt with before, the bots. Specifically, the spin bots that like to spin around in circles and headshot you before you get the chance to do anything and kill you instantly. And I know that before we've dealt with these in the past, but it took forever to see some change, and we don't want to wait for the change. We want this change now. So that's why we protest today. If you've been following the Medic's voice sector on Twitter, you would have seen what's going on, and that he's trying to, as well, draw some attention to the situation. And I would very much so like to maybe instead of just complaining about the problem, just kind of maybe give some solutions. Give something to give the community, or at the very least, you know, Val or something. Just some ideas. Um, so I would like to present my solution. So the solution comes from a place where I was without internet for a while. So I started playing online or offline mode. So looked it up, and I used a nav mesh to turn all of like the movement for the bots on, basically. And the way that for the bots, I spawned them in, and we fought, obviously. And then it kind of dawned on me exactly what was going on. So a lot of the official Valve maps still either have support for this or they still use it, which is good because if you're trying to use if you're trying to have like a trading mode or something, then then you don't have to worry about recoding the whole game for that. However, I think that it's caused a bit of a problem. You see, with nav mesh on, people running bots don't have to worry about that kind of script. All they gotta do is just load the bots in, and they run along that, because most bots and scripts, as far as I'm aware, run a nav mesh automatically. And I think that that's part of what I that's part of what I feel needs to be done to fix the problem. So we need Valve needs to turn off the nav mesh for the bots. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Maybe they'll find a way around it. But it's what I can think of. I'm not much of an ideas guy. I kind of take a while to make videos, stuff like that, obviously. But sometimes when stuff like this happens, it's important to me. And so, with that out of the way, I've decided that maybe another way to make our point clear is that we can tell you, we, the uh, people protesting this, can give you why we like TF2. And I would like to start with my um, stories. I have 3 stories that really I feel show kind of like this community and just why I love this game. So the first story comes from back when I first started playing. And when I first started playing, I finished story mode and hopped my first game. In my first game, I ran into someone who's, rocket jumping. And I was like, the fuck? What are they doing? And it looks so fun to do. And I kept trying, I just kept blowing myself up. I watched videos, tutorials, I watched everything on it. Hell, I think I even at one point, I tried doing a school project over how to turn, you know, how to try to rocket jump. But I kind of got in trouble for that one. And to this day, I still can't rocket jump with a shit. But it's the idea that makes me happy with rocket jumping. The second story I'd like to share is sort of showing the commitment to the community. And whenever I was just getting back into TF2 Jungle Inferno, maybe. Um, I didn't know how long stuff was nowadays. I didn't know a lot of the changes. There was a point where I couldn't play for 2 years, so I couldn't really do much with it. So I couldn't do contracts or anything like that because for one, I didn't have the money to buy the pass, and for two, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But this is why the community is great to me. Even though I didn't have the money and I couldn't do the contracts, when Halloween rolled around, I got the free ones. All my friends I was talking about, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that, but I can't because I don't have the contracts. And they're like, oh, well, that's all right. We'll help you out. And so whenever the Halloween came, it surprised me, and they got a whole server to just help with contracts, and that was amazing to me. And then I just kind of felt welcome to that point. The final story I have is to share. I want to share the story of how Rick May's death kind of I felt brought us closer. So I went into a lobby, and when I was there, I saw, a bunch of soldiers. And I didn't know what was going on, and I was just like, there was my soldiers today. Okay. And then I went and I got on to, um, what was it? I got on to Twitter and I saw all of the. I got on Twitter and I saw all of the Rick May stuff. R.I.P. Rick May, rest in peace. Blah 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 blah. And it made me kind of sad because Rick May is just. Even though he wasn't really, like a person I knew, he still was someone I cared about. He voiced one of my favorite video game characters of all time. And I kind of wanted to meet him one day. So I bought a name tag, I made a post about it on Twitter, and I hopped onto a TF2 game again. And I saw red and blue team, both soldiers. The whole server was soldiers, and they were all gathered around in a circle, and they were doing the 21 gun salute and telling stories about how much they miss Rick May and all their funny moves as a soldier. And I feel like that day everyone was a soldier. And it was, to me, it showed just how tough we band together as a community. And how we gather together when we need it. and I was proud. I had spent all of the entirety of that day playing soldier, and it gives me hope for this protest. Even though people are saying, oh, it's not going to work. You're not. It's not. No one's going to agree. Everyone's going to just. Nothing's going to happen. But the truth is that I really don't care. Regardless if this protest works or not. One thing is what I want to make. I want to make one thing very, very clear to everyone who's listening. I will still play this game. Even if you have to drag me away from it by my hair, I'll still play this goddamn game. The background of this video, all that you've been seeing is just me going onto a lobby in a server and playing. I want to show the current state of the game in this video in the background. And I would like to hopefully have it give some impact. I think that with this community and what we're trying to do with this protest, I think that it might end well for us. If we stick to it and we stay with it, we can conquer anything. And even if we don't, then we made a fucking statement today. And with that, I leave everyone here who watches this video, believers, non-believers, people that know what's going on, to veterans who understand way too well. I leave you with just a plea, some hope, whatever you want to take it as. And please, my friends, my enemies, and those who don't know me, I ask that you stand with me and help save TF2.